We're always told that financial success is all about the hustle, right? It's about spreadsheets and grinding it out. But what if the real secret weapon of the highest performers is something else entirely? Something a little softer, but way more strategic. Well, today we're going to break down this incredible idea that guarding your joy is actually the most direct path to financial clarity and, ultimately, success. So first, we got to understand the problem we're all up against. And for most of us, that problem kicks in the second we wake up. Before we even have a chance, our day puts us on the defensive, draining our most valuable resource before we've even had our morning coffee. Think about that for a second. It's a wild thought, isn't it? Before you can make a plan for your own day, the world, well, it's already made one for you. And trust me, it starts executing that plan immediately with a constant barrage of these guys, the attackers. Your phone buzzes. That's a notification demanding your attention. Emails land in your inbox, bringing pressure. You scroll social media and get flooded with expectations. These things aren't just sitting there. They are actively hijacking your focus and your emotional energy from the moment your eyes open. And that leads to the most important question you can ask yourself. Okay, the world has its plan for you, but what's your plan? Because if you don't have a deliberate strategy for your own energy, for your own focus, you've pretty much already lost the battle for your day. All of this leads to something called emotional debt. And this isn't about being smart or not smart, it's simply about being tired. The source material we're looking at is so clear on this. Most of the bad money decisions we make, the overspending, the risky bets, avoiding the tough stuff, they don't happen because we lack knowledge. They happen because we're just emotionally exhausted.
All right, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But the highest performers, the winners, they do something incredibly simple and frankly a little weird to completely flip the script on all this.
And here it is. This is the whole secret. They don't just hope they'll feel happy at some point. They don't wait for it as a reward at the end of a punishing week. No, they schedule it. They treat joy, calm, and rest with the exact same importance as a big client meeting or a project deadline. It's a proactive strategy, not just a passive wish. And this just lays it out so perfectly. Look at these two paths. On the left, you've got the majority of people, starting the day already drained, which leads to reactive, poor choices. But on the right, you have the winner. They start the day emotionally fueled, which leads to calm, wise choices. Your emotional state in the morning directly determines your financial destination. It's that simple.
Okay, so why does this actually work? I know, it might sound a little soft, but there is a hard, logical line you can draw directly from a calm mind to compounding your capital. Let's break down the actual mechanics here.
I absolutely love this metaphor. It's so powerful. You wouldn't even think about starting a long road trip with an empty tank of gas, right? So why on earth would you start your day or your week or your entire financial journey on an empty emotional tank? The whole point is to fuel up before you desperately need it. And here's the path, step by step. This is the chain reaction. It starts with step 1, use schedule happiness. That single act protects your emotional energy. That protection leads to a state of calm and clarity. And when you have that clear mind, you naturally make better decisions. And finally, it's those better decisions, compounded day after day, that build real wealth. The key insight here, wealth isn't the goal. It's just the lagging indicator of a well-managed mind. All right, now we're getting to the big aha moment of this whole thing. This is where we take everything we've been taught about success and we turn it completely upside down. We are all sold this formula from the day we're born. Work yourself to the bone, make a bunch of money, then you'll finally be allowed to be happy. It's this endless chase, and you know what? It's fundamentally wrong. The winner's truth flips it completely. Happiness comes first. That protected, calm, focused state of mind, that's the input. And money, that's the output. See, happiness isn't the reward you get for success. It is the engine that creates success. And here's exactly why that formula works. A mind that isn't bogged down in emotional debt is just a higher performing asset, period. It's more creative. It spots opportunities that stressed out people miss entirely. It has the discipline to follow through. And maybe most importantly, it's way harder to manipulate or get distracted by all the noise in the world. So this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Let's get really practical here.
and talk about building what the source material calls your emotional arsenal. I mean, what a powerful way to reframe things. We're all taught to see relaxation as a sign of weakness or laziness, but in this strategy, it's the exact opposite. Relaxation is how you sharpen the blade. It isn't an indulgence. It's a strategic tool you use to become stronger, sharper, and yeah, ultimately richer.
And the best part is, building this arsenal doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Actually, its power is in its simplicity. Just look at these tools: a 10-minute walk, 15 minutes of silence, putting on some good music, getting some sunlight. These are available to pretty much everyone. The real strategy isn't what they are, it's how you treat them. You don't wait until you're burned out to do them. You schedule them. You make them non-negotiable appointments, just like a meeting with your most important client. Because that's exactly what you are.
So let's end with this question. Forget about next week or next year. What's one small piece of joy, one tiny moment of calm that you will schedule and guard like a treasure today? Because according to this whole strategy, the wealthiest, most successful version of you, well, that person begins the moment you decide to protect your own happiness on purpose.